What's up, you guys? I know it's not your typical video that I normally post, but this is something else, and I just want to throw it out there before Thanksgiving. So I bought this Char-Broil Big Easy outdoor turkey fryer air fryer. My oil fryer that I've been frying turkeys for about 12 years now. Decided that it was just got blown out in the storm. I left it out one night, and a storm came through, and it just kind of blew it out there and damaged it. So it was done. It was time for a new one, but then I said, this is a good time for me to kind of look into something that I want to try something different. Reason is because the oil cost has gone up for peanut oil since $26 to about $47 the other day that I checked. Um, and it's like I use it a few times and I toss it out, right? So you know what? Let me try this air fryer type turkey because my coworker told me about it. So let me just try to just check it out and see how it goes here. Here it is. Everything's laid out. Took it out the box. Laid out all the parts. It comes with a meat thermometer, which I thought was pretty nice because I was gonna have to thinking I was gonna have to buy one, but I didn't. Here I am assembling the tank right here. I flipped it upside down and decided, hey, let me put this on right here, and that's where the valve for the propane tank. Just push it in there and move those two screws, and then you'll pop it in place. It lines up, and with the igniter and everything, and you just kind of put those two screws back on. You put the base frames on. They kind of line up. You'll see it when you put them on, when you put them up down there. Now the instructions weren't very clear. As a matter of fact, there was no assembly instructions. So, or maybe I'm just some kind of idiot that I missed it, but I didn't see it in there. So luckily I did see another video that assembled it, and here you can see I'm putting the slider down here for the drip pan. So the drip pan can pretty much catch when it's being air fried, and you can use that for gravy later, from what I saw other people do. So it's just a simple. Make sure you put those brackets in for the drip pan first in there, and then line up the two brackets. They're notches in between the two, so they'll line up perfectly. And you have your screws. Just screw tight them in there. I usually use a screwdriver, but for this case, I have to switch over to use a impact drill, so that way I can kind of get it tightened in there because screwdriver just wasn't working. I flipped it upside down, put the handles on, and then put the screws on. So if you're thinking like me, that's important right there. I almost tossed it out because it was part of, I didn't see it. So luckily I was able to find it in the box and then put the screws on. And the screws A, I think, are for like the brackets down there, and screw B is for the handles and the drip tray bracket. I don't know why I turned it around, because you can also insert the drip tray from the front or the back. In this case, I inserted it from the back just to show you guys, but you could also insert it from the front too as well. There I am pulling out and taking a view inside to see how it looks. Overall, the assembly was it was all right. Here I am taking it out, giving it a test, connected to my propane tank. I saw this trick right here on another YouTuber. He put a foil paper at the bottom, put a hole through it for the drip pan. That actually would save me a lot of time and trouble cleaning it later on. Once it's cooking and it's dripping through it, the foil catches both it drains down into the drip pan, and I save myself the headache of cleaning most of the stuff that gets burnt inside once it's cooking. So it worked out perfect there. Here I am taking a good view. You probably can't see it, but I'm trying to show you guys like the flames inside the deal. You can see it's pretty hot. I can feel the little heat to it. So I'm gonna bring my turkey in. I'm gonna throw my turkey in there and fry it. All right, now my turkey's been frying for about 2.5 hours. I had like a 12 pounder. I used 11 minutes per pound, so it was somewhere around there. So I kind of just set my timer, came out, look at my meat thermometer to see if it's at 165, which again I feel like it's an awesome included, right? So 165, I see it's over a little bit over 165. I pull it out, and to my opinion, I was very amazed by uh, the way the turkey cooked. It's nice and crispy. The skin was crispy. You can see it's real crispy. It was juicy as well. Will it ever be as juicy as an oil fried turkey? No. I've been frying oil turkeys, like I said, for 12 years, and I would say that in this case, it's better than roasted, but not quite as juicy as peanut oiled air fried turkey, and but still good. I mean, I still save money. To me, it's probably worth you know the investment if you're having to pick and you're looking to change or maybe add another cooking hardware to your for yourself to cook later on. But I'm trying to get a close-up zoom here, and I'm using my meta glasses right now to try to use so I can record here. So the quality is might be kind of suffering a little bit, but I'm trying to show you how crispy it looks. Get a close-up of it, and it is crispy, real nice crispy. I did brine my turkey. I did inject it as well, and I threw some Tony Sachet on there, some seasoning on the skin, and put it in there. Here I am pulling out the drip tray. See how full the drip tray is? It is full, and here I'm trying to see if it's hot. It was a little warm, so I was just being careful here, and I was thinking to myself, I'll come back to get that in a little bit. But then I realized that once I started pushing it back, it was kind of full, and I was gonna make a mess. So I decided to just bring it in afterwards. But yeah, you see, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was just kind of like, I think I'm just gonna bring it inside with me right now as I'm doing this. That way, it's just less hassle. And here's the turkey here. It's been resting here for about 15, 20 minutes. Um, Trying to show you that how the skin looks. Like I said, nice and crispy, juicy. Definitely worth the buy if you're looking to get one. Good investment. Thank you for watching.